Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Narsim Reddy. I am studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today I am going to discussing about strategic management subject. Under that, developing the strategy. Developing strategy it is a process of evaluating and some strategic functions are there. Now we are going to discussing strategy formulation. Strategy formulation is the process of defining the long-term goals and objectives of an organization and determining the best approaches to achieve them. And it helps to involve the analyzing internal and external environment, making strategic choices and creating the plans of action to guide an organizational activities through the strategy formulation, and it helps to analyze the process of selection of the best stable courses action meet to organizational objectives and vision. It is one of the steps of strategic management process, and it helps to the allow organizational examines, and it helps to the allow resource and provide the financial plans and establish the most appropriation actions through the increasing profits. And after strategy formulation, we are going to know their strategic main process. The strategic main process is very important through the process by which organization chooses the most appropriate the courses of action to achieve its defined goals, the process is essential and organizational success because of its provide the framework, and it helps to the action that will lead to the anticipated result, and through the strategic plans and should be communicated all employees, and they are aware of the organizational objectives through the mission and the purpose. After the strategy formulation, the strategy formulation forces through the organization to carefully look at the changing environment to be prepared for the possible changes may occur. Through the a strategic plan also enables an organizational to evaluate the resources, and it helps to allocate the budget and determining the most effective plans and maximizing the return on investment. After the strategy formulation, we are going to discussing the importance of strategy formulation. The importance of strategy formulation is directly focused on to the strategy provide the clear direction and focus of the organization, and it helps to define the organizational aims and goals, which are achieved through the long term and short term, and it helps to provide the well defined strategy, and it helps to the overcome through the directionals and lack of coachive purpose also, and it helps to alignment. An alignment, a well for alignment, it is an process through the determining a well formulated strategy and ensure that parts of organizational are ali- aligned towards common objectives through the employees understanding their rules and after the responsibility also, and it helps to provide their effort the efforts, and it helps to contribute their larger organizational goals also, it provided through the alignments. After the importance of strategy, we are going to discussing about the resources allocation. Resources allocation is formulation guides through the allocation of resources, including the financial or human or technological or through the resources. By setting a priorities and determining where resources should be invested, organizations can be optimize their efforts and avoid their wastage through the usage of raw material successfully. After, we are going to discussing about the competitive advantages. Competitive advantages is very important, and it helps to provide the unique and effective strategy can be lead to a stra- sustainable competition, and it helps to provide the organizational differentiation, and it helps to provide the competitive or effective unique through the value of propositions, and it helps to provide the better products or services by excelling in front of the specific areas. After the competitive advantages, we are going to discussing now adaptation to the change. Adaptation or adaptation to change. Adaptation to change is very important through the implement the strategy, and it helps to the formulate, and also yeah, through the strategy takes into the account the dynamic nature through the business environment, and it allows the organizational anticipated and respond the changes in the market, and it helps to the industry design or trends or technological or advancements. Also it helps to the external factors through the adoption of changes through the increasing the strategy or uh, uh, determine the strategy. After the adoption of changes of strategy, we are going to now risk management allocation. Management allocation is an very important to the strategy formulation. It involves the analyzing the potential risks and challenges that organization might face. What are the organization facing the problems through the analyzing, and it helps to the considering various scenarios and plannings for the contingencies. Organization can be better prepared to the mitigate, and it helps to provide risk and handle unexpected situations in the risk management, and it helps to provide the well strategy through the well strategy to adapt in the organization. After the risk management, we are going to discussing now informed decision making. Informed decision making is strategies provide the framework, and it helps to take the decision making at all levels in the organization. And it helps to when decisions we are we need on the overall strategy, they contribute to achievement of the long term goals, and it helps to provide the specific goals in the organization. After the informed decision making, we are going to discussing now resources of efficiency. Resources of efficiency very easy, very clear strategy helps to avoid the misallocation of resources, which can lead to the insufficient resources are directed towards initiatives that contribute directly to the strategic objectives through the optimizing organizational performance, and it helps to the well resources efficiency through the usage of raw material insufficient planning. After the resources efficiency, we are going to discussing now communication and engagement. Communication is then process of well-defined strategy through the communicated stakeholders, including employees, customers, involved investors, and partners. In it helps to the build trust the engagement by showing the organizational vision and values and commitments in the and its goals. Also it provide through the communication. After the communication and engagement, we are going to discussing now long term uh, long term perspectives are measurable progress and foundation for innovation. Long term perspective is also very important to analyze the all activities. Thank you for one and all.